Hey guys, so today I will be talking about something very near and dear to my heart, my period, and what I've been using to control my flow. So a little bit of a background info. I am a person I'm a pad girl. Okay, I don't like the way tampons feel. Not my thing. End of story. But then one day I had kind of like an epiphany, you know? I was sitting there on the toilet looking at the pad that I was about to use and looking at the garbage can that was full of my used pads. And I was like, you know what? That is a lot of waste. I mean, if you think about it, all those pads and used tampons, they gotta go somewhere, right? Those pads, they're gonna end up in the landfill. We have enough junk in this world as it is already. We don't need to fill it up more. And tampons, they're going through the septic system. Honestly, I don't want to know where it goes, but again, more waste. And I was just thinking, I shouldn't have to create so much waste just to control something that is natural to me. So then I started doing some research online, and then I came across something called the menstrual cup. So today in particular, I wanted to review this thing right here. So this is the menstrual cup designed by the brand called the DIVA Cup. So I had purchased this on well.ca for about $31.99. It was on sale at the time. I think they run normally for about 40 bucks. And I actually purchased the wash that goes with it. It was like $7.99, 8 bucks. I wouldn't say you necessarily need this, but basically this is like the cleaner for the DIVA Cup. If you have like a mild unscented soap, you could use that to clean it. So disclaimer, this is just one brand of a menstrual cup. So there are many other brands out there, but this is, I guess, the most widely available one in Canada, so it's just easier for me to purchase. I'm in no way sponsored by the company. This is my honest review, opinion, and purchase with my own money. And you're probably all thinking, what is a menstrual cup? Well, let me tell you. This beautiful thing right here is a silicone-based cup that basically holds your menstrual waste. A revolution! So the company, they actually make two models. This is the number one, which is basically their original regular model. And the number two model, which comes in, I think, kind of like a blue packaging, is for women who have bared? Basically, if they've had kids. Because I think the sizing of just the whole biology anatomy thing is a bit different, so there's two different sizes. Okay? If you didn't have a baby, get this. So you know what, let me just go ahead and open it here for you. I've actually tried this for 3 months already, but I've been saving the box and packaging so I could do this review. All right, so looks like this. Comes out like this. You got your instructions booklet right here. A little pouch, carrying pouch. It's pretty cute. So this is like a breathable cotton, so it kind of airs out, so it doesn't create any unwanted conditions. And here is our main attraction. This is your Superstar. This is clean, by the way. This is not dirty. I've washed it and boiled it. Superstar looks like that, and has a little stem in the end, and it is very flexible, like right here. Kind of cute. So the DIVA Cup is a silicone-based mold, which is basically designed to fit inside your vaginal cavity and collects your blood instead of absorbing it like a pad or tampon does when you have your period. So I will show you. Yeah, so it looks like that. And I'm not sure if you can see, but on the inside it actually has scoring. So the cool thing about it is you can actually measure the amount of blood that your body sheds when you have your period. And it's surprisingly not that much. So the lower score, it says 7.5 mils, and the top half right here says about 15 mils. So, I mean, it's not like, when you have a period, you feel like you're bleeding like a freaking river, okay? Niagara Falls. It's not that much, honestly, so it's a good way to kind of find out how much you're really bleeding. Be a little bit more in tune with how your body works, you know? So the reason for this silicone molding is because it is a supposedly hypoallergenic material that is biologically accepted by your hoo-ha. And yes, you are right. You shove this up your vagina. Now you're thinking, I'm done. No, you're not done. You're just beginning. Because it is very moldable, it's actually not that bad. It does take time getting used to, for sure. The initial insertion and taking out, it is weird. It is very time consuming. It's very messy. But honestly, once you get the hang of it, it's like you become a pro. So you're supposed to change the Diva Cup every 12 hours, they say. So generally once in the morning and then once again before you go to bed. So a little tutorial, not live tutorial, on how to get this into the vaginal cavity. So according to the instructions manual, they give us fold options. So fold option 1 is you press the sides of the cup together like this, and then you fold it again, so it's like a U-shaped, and then you basically kind of feed it in this way. And option 2 is you basically kind of take the top part and then fold it down all the way to, well, as much as you can basically, and then kind of make the tip part here as small as you can. And honestly, I found this to be the easiest kind of way to get it in. So I'm just going to show you how they instructed to kind of get this in using this kind of scoop method, because I like this method better. So basically, say this is the opening to your vag, okay? Just very, very hypothetical, theoretical. So you take this and you kind of push it in as much as you can. That's why you want to kind of hold it near the tip like that, if you can. Try not to let it open while it's only like halfway in, because it'll stretch against your walls, if you know what I mean. And then once it's about 3/4 in, you kind of want to twist it around and you almost feel it kind of pop open. So basically your vaginal cavity, it's like a hollow cavity. So once this part is in here, because of the way it's molded, it's just gonna want to pop back open, right? Once you have it folded like this. So again, 3/4 in, and then twist it around a bit, and then you'll feel it kind of feeding in more, and then just kind of pop open. Whoop. And once it's sticking out about that much, you kind of want to just keep twisting it in a little bit until maybe just the stem part right here is sticking out. Now you don't want to put it too far in, or they say it could cause leaks. You don't want it to go all the way to your cervix. Just try to go until the stem, and then you're pretty much okay. So once it's in like this, you can go about your normal day. And the beauty of it is you do not have to change it for the next 12 hours. So 12 hours has gone by, and now you have to take this out. So it's in there like this, and honestly your vagina is just gonna kind of swallow it. It's gonna be swallowed in there. So you kind of want to use your pelvic muscles and push it out. Okay, you gotta, how do I explain this? It's like you're taking a poop, but not really. TMI, oh my gosh, okay. So you basically use your pelvic muscles to kind of push this out, and it'll come out a little bit like this. The stem will start to show. And then you kind of pull at the stem as much as you can, and then the little grippy part, the grippy base will start to show. And that's when you want to kind of grab that, pinch it, and then kind of almost twist it or wriggle it around. And then once you can kind of get one finger in, you kind of want to pinch it inside like that, and then kind of fold it and pull it out at the same time. Now mind you, this is all happening above the toilet. So if there's any drippage, it's going to drip into the toilet. So after you take it out, you just basically pour out the blood inside the toilet, flush the toilet, and you're done. So you don't have to completely wash it before putting it in, but you want to make sure you rinse it at least. Depending on how heavy my flow is at the time, I'll either just rinse it with water, or I'll do like a full-on wash. This is why I like to do the changing when I'm at home. So what I usually do is I put it in before I have to go out for the entire day, and then when I come home at night before I go to bed, I change it and then put it back in. So the washing part, the brand actually does make their own kind of wash. So this is it right here. It's a botanically enriched cleanser for face, body, and the Diva Cup. You honestly don't really need this. I think I just bought it because I was a little gung-ho on it. But basically for washing, as long as you use a mild, unscented soap with, warm water, you're good to go. Do not use things like rubbing alcohol, hydrogen peroxide, essential oils, or any kind of antibacterial cleaners, because that can degrade the silicone. and that you do not want. So silicone supposedly does not harbor bacteria, but once you start using those things like rubbing alcohol, hydrogen peroxide, so on and so forth, these will degrade the silicone, which in turn will make it unsanitary and possibly unsafe to use. Now, one thing I do want to mention when you're washing it, the cup actually has tiny little holes at the top. This is basically the mechanism for the suction. So you will notice that stuff gets in there. Okay, it's small, but stuff gets in there. So when you're washing it, kind of have the water and soap solution inside and then tip it over on the palm of your hand and then just kind of squeeze so that the water kind of just streams out from the holes. There's, I think, 4 holes in general. 4. But anyways, yeah, and that's how you kind of wash the little holes too, if you really want to get anal about cleaning. And same with the stem too, just kind of, you know, just be gung-ho about it. Make it clean. And for some extra sanitation that is still safe on the silicone, they do suggest boiling it for about 5 to 10 minutes in a lot of water. Do not let it burn, because then you're done. It also doesn't hold on to any odors as long as you properly take care of it. If you notice it smells a bit funky even after you clean it multiple times and properly, then you know that maybe you should probably start getting a new one. So even though I wash it thoroughly before storing it away, I still like to wash it just before using it again, just to be extra clean. And then storing it, you store it in the breathable cotton pouch that it comes in, and then you're done. So again, it does get very messy, but you know what? If just honestly, it's your own body, it's your own blood. Like, just wash your hands afterwards. That's why there's soap and water. They say it's not supposed to leak. I've had a couple of instances where it leaked a little bit, but that could have been the case of where there's just residual blood that was from when I first inserted it. So usually after initial insertion, I'll just use a panty liner anyways, just to make sure there's nothing funky going down there. But honestly, when they say you don't feel tampons, no, that is nothing compared to this. Once this is in properly and you've mastered how to use it, it is honestly life-changing. You do not feel like you have your period. My cramps are a lot less, I'm a lot less sore, just overall a lot more comfortable. This has honestly been a game changer for me. I absolutely love it. I'll continue to use it until I hit menopause. It's a much more eco-friendlier option compared to your conventional pads and tampons. And honestly, I mean, it's a bit of a hurdle to get through. I mean, for the first, because I've used this now for 3 cycles, and the first time using it, it is a hurdle to get through, but honestly, after that, you start getting used to it like that. And once you start getting the hang of using it, then honestly, it's so wonderful. And honestly, it just made me feel a little bit more comfortable about my body and how it works. So overall, love it, love it, love it, love it. Do not give up on the first try. I almost did. Keep trying and you'll get it. Anywho, thank you so much for watching. I really hope this was informative, and I really hope that this has kind of changed your way on how you think about the waste you produce. And I really hope that this convinced you even a little bit to go ahead and try a menstrual cup. Doesn't have to be a Diva cup. Again, this is not sponsored, but some menstrual cup. Thank you so much for watching, and if you found this video informative, please give it a like, thumbs up, comment, subscribe, everything, whole shebang. And I'll see you guys later. Bye! Oh, it's so hot. But when you think about having to put it in your